Friends, I would like to invite all of us who are present here to do an experiment during this whole talk. Can I listen to whatever is being shared with a complete openness of the mind and a warm heart? So listen not just from the head, but also listen from the heart. Listen not just to the words, but also listen what these words are carrying. If they are carrying a certain quality of presence, a certain quality of silence, a certain quality of deep affection and love, then it would be a meaningful listening. And if possible, no need to compare what you hear with what you have already heard. Let the mind be quiet during this listening. And I really want us to experience during this whole meeting something which is non-mechanical, a taste of inner freedom here and now, a taste of or a glimpse of beauty, a glimpse of deep love. So I really want this whole meeting an experiential self-inquiry process, which is not just intellectual. And today's topic is something which summarizes the whole teachings of J. Krishnamurti and also Buddha. So the topic is being a light to oneself. We are together going to meditate upon this. What does it mean, being a light to oneself? In a world where we are all the time looking towards a hero, towards a celebrity, towards a guru who will solve all my problems. But no problem is solved. That authority becomes another problem. You have to deal with it, whether political authority, spiritual authority, psychological. Yeah. So we have this deep tendency to depend on authorities. And we are going to look within from where this tendency arises. When we are not clear in ourselves, when there is a confusion, we want to find that clarity. And the question is how we are going to find the clarity in my life, in my action, in my relationships. What is the process? What is the instrument we have? Usually we depend on one instrument, and that is the instrument of thought. If I ask you, with what energy you are living day and night, if you have to pinpoint one energy, isn't it thinking process, right? The moment we wake up in the morning, the machinery begins. We don't ask it, it begins by itself. And it keeps on going, whole day and even night doing the dreams. So we are living with this energy of thought day and night. So what is this energy with which we are living? Have we ever asked this question? From where it comes? Doesn't it come from our past memories? We can do a simple experiment now. Can you consciously think without involving any memory about anything? Just you try, consciously try to think and not take any help from memories, past memories. Are you able to think? You can try now. When we try to think without taking any help from the memories, it's not possible. There is a blankness. So thought needs memories in order to function. So thought is nothing else than the movement of memories. And we are living day and night with memories. So what about living fully now? We miss this living moment, the present moment. What is happening? Because I am all the time either in the past or in the future. So living with this thought energy comes with this enormous implication that I stop living fully now. There is no freshness. And with that energy of thought, I am trying to solve all the problems of my life. But it doesn't happen. We end up depending on authorities. So the question is there a light which is within? We are looking for the light outside. So what is that light which each one of us carry? Because with the light of thought, I cannot move much. I will remain in a groove, a pattern. Because with the past memories, I can only solve technological problems. So thought and memory, they have a place technologically. But in order to feel the beauty of life, the joy of life, this inner peace, connectedness, can thought provide that? Thought can only show a picture of that. A nice painting on the wall. We can look at that and feel the joy of that also. But that painting is not the life. It is the painting of the life which is alive moment to moment. Isn't it? How can you capture which is alive now? So is there any other energy inside each one of us in the human being which is not dependent on thought? Then there is a possibility of that light to be discovered. And in this meeting, we are going to explore that. I remember a story from Nasruddin. There is a character called Mullah Nasruddin, and so he has a unique way of teaching. So once this Nasruddin was standing under a lamppost and searching for something everywhere around that lamppost. And so somebody was passing who knew Nasruddin, and he asked, "What are you desperately searching for?" He said, "I lost my keys and I am searching for here, but I am not able to find." Then that passerby asked, "But do you remember where do you lost your key?" So Nasruddin said, "I lost my key near my house, but there is no light there." Light is here, so I am searching here. So we are not searching for the key where we have lost. We are searching for it everywhere, outside ourselves. This is the message. How can we find then that key? That key to happiness, that key to deep joy, that deep love. All the sages, great sages and teachers have said this. The key is inside you. And you have to really offer all your energies, all your passion to discover it. So what energies we have? We have this physical body, right? It has lot of vitality. It has the force of desire, which makes us move, right? To do various things. With that force, which is the very basic force of life, which is being wasted in escaping from problems and trying to find solutions somewhere else, and depending on thought to solve all my problems. That is an escape. So, can I employ this energy, life force, in order to discover who am I and what is this life about? Then we have this deep longing, deep passion to learn and to unlearn what is false, right? So we have this energy of desire, we have this energy of thought, we have physical momentum. What other energies we have? Now in this very moment, while you are sitting here, you are listening, maybe some thought process is happening, and is there a space, an energy which is aware of this whole thing? We are sitting here, we can watch, observe, we can listen. And there is this also quality of awareness. Can we notice that now? Awareness which is not thought. Thinking process comes from the past, but awareness is not coming from the past. It is just here and now. And that awareness is the unconditioned energy. All the energies which we know, whether energy of desire, energy of thought, this body, all these energies are conditioned. But this energy of awareness, pure awareness, is that conditioned? Or is it coming from the life force itself? And with this light of awareness, I can understand deeply anything. I can see what is the cause of my suffering, what is the cause of conflict in my relationships. Usually I am approaching everything from thought, and thought is reacting. Thought is finding reasons, blaming each other, but no problem is solved in that process. So is there a totally different approach? And this is what J. Krishnamurti and other teachers are offering, that let there be a choiceless awareness. And that choiceless awareness, which is not coming from thought, it is coming from a deep silence of your being. from this deep silence, you can listen, you can observe things as they are. And this light is always present with all of us. But somehow we don't trust it. We have become habituated to trust only the mind, the conditioned mind. Because there is somewhere fear. If I don't depend on this mind, I will be lost. So we don't trust this wisdom of inner awareness. So can that inner awareness flower in this moment? Is it present now? Do we have to think about it again? You see, mind starts thinking about what is awareness. But the answer will not come from the mind, from the thinking. But there can be instantly now an awareness of what thought is doing, what my desires are doing. Awareness of this body. And is this awareness having any judgment about what is being perceived? If I see myself, if I am seeing myself through the story of the thought and the mind, then there is a judgment. I am not good enough, something is lacking in me. Right? And we live with that story about oneself and the other. The fixed ideas, and they limit us from meeting myself and meeting others. And now just have this shift, looking from this awareness. Like when we are in front of the mirror, is mirror judging us? Saying, oh, you are not looking good today. No. It's the mind which says, I am not looking good. Mirror is not saying anything. It is quiet. It is present. It is reflecting whatever is. But mind is not satisfied. It says, no, something is wrong. Something is missing. But awareness is like that mirror. It will just show whatever is, without any judgment. And that is the inner light. But we have gone so far in our education, so far away from this quality of awareness because of heavy dependence on intellect, on the story of the mind. Then we totally forget who we are, what is our essence. We forget this great potential of awareness, of attention, being present now. So, in this very moment, can I check this gentle power of awareness, how it is present now? What is the quality of my mind in this moment? Is it in a state of any agitation, or is it quieter? Is there any sense of heaviness, or there is a lightness inside? Just notice it. Can I, for just one moment, drop all my conclusions, all my beliefs, all my concepts, all my stories, just for one moment, for 1 second. What happens? What is left? When I am not clinging to all these stories of judgment about oneself and others, carrying resentment, guilt, all that. Sorrows, hurts, pleasures. Just for a moment, it is completely dropped. And you are not searching for anything, like that Nasruddin searching for the key. But you are simply fully present here and now. Do you see any shift in the energy of your beingness? At least there is a moment when I am not expecting anything from myself or the other. I am not complaining about anything. Life is difficult, the other person is so, awful and all that. I drop for a moment and remain in this simple beingness. A simple awareness of this whole existence, this whole process of living. Does it feel soft? A sense of warmth? A lightness? A heavy burden of becoming is put aside? I am not trying to become anything in this moment. I am not trying to fix anything, change anybody, or change myself. This whole pressure, when this awareness is present, this beingness is present, this whole burden is simply left behind, is dropped. So can we live this richness of life here and now? Feel it in our heart. Nobody is going to give it to you. You have it. There is a great sage called Raman Maharishi, and he was usually in silence. He was from south of India, and somebody went to meet him, and the first question he asked, I see you are so peaceful. Can you give me what you have received? So Raman Maharishi was quiet for a moment, and he said, can you receive it? It's not a question of giving, but can you receive it? So that light is here and now. Am I open to it? Everything, the whole life, the universe is present in this very moment. Can I be quiet enough to recognize it? I am all the time rushing, running, trying to achieve something, trying to be happy all the time, without realizing that happiness is here and now. I don't have to make any effort. Just learn to be quiet, be still, and see this full aliveness. Then I am not depending for this inner light on anyone. Of course, we can learn from each other. We can be a mirror to each other. But that light, that mirror is inside us. That fountain of joy, that fountain of love is inside us. If I let go of all my beliefs, ideas about it, concepts, my expectations, my should be and should not be's, then it is very simple. All this wisdom is very simple. That is the difficulty for the mind, because it is too simple. And mind wants something complex. Truth is very simple. It has to be simple. And truth is in this very moment, when I allow myself to be quiet, to be still. When I see the falseness of this psychological becoming process, when I realize I don't have to become anything, I can just be with whatever energy is present. So, in this beingness, if I see if there is a fear, if there is a loneliness, if there is any sorrow, there is energy to look at it, not to escape from it. This is the power of awareness, which is also pure observation. So, I am not escaping from my loneliness or my sorrow. I am learning to be quiet with it, to look at it, to listen to it, without judging it. It should be there or should not be, it is bad or good. And when I stay with something, with all my energy, all my understanding, all my senses, all my passion to discover, when I am fully present, then what happens to that energy which I was naming as loneliness or fear or sorrow? First of all, this naming drops, because the moment I am naming it, I am also judging it. This whole story comes. So this awareness is asking to be present with this energy without any label. It's energy. What I am calling loneliness, can I feel it, touch it, without calling it loneliness or without calling it fear? You see, then that energy has freedom to go through transformation, to live and die. That is freedom. So being a light to yourself is really free. See this freedom. Freedom to observe, freedom to listen, freedom to be present fully with whatever is showing up. So this living attention, or I would call it loving attention or loving awareness, in which there is no judgment, is the inner light. That is our inner compass, the guide. So friends, I have raised many pointers. And perhaps something has entered inside you, maybe a question, an observation. Maybe your being is quiet in this moment without any reason. Because you feel safe in this atmosphere, which is free from any judgment, free from any pressure that you have to be something else than what you are now. So from this sense of togetherness and lightness and connectedness, if any question is coming or any insight is coming, please feel free to share.